Am I already recording? Yep. Okay. Hey everybody, it's Brittany, and it is time for another Starry Arcana. This is a series I started at the very beginning of January 2025, where I rate every single deck that comes into my collection this year. And now we are up to 16, 17, we're up to 18 decks that I've gotten into my collection this year. And these are the 3 that came in this month that we're going to rate. So I have a star system that consists of 5 stars that a deck could possibly get. And one is readability, the second versatility, then we have inclusivity, shuffleability, and guidebook. So in order for a deck to get all 5 stars, they would have to meet all 5 of those criterias. And I think possibly only one deck this year so far has gotten a 5 stars from me. We'll see at the very end if that's true, because at the end of December, I'm not only going to go through the top decks that got the most stars, I'm also going to talk about, just because I rated them those stars, does that mean I use them more than I use the others? And however many decks I get in this year, I think I'm going to purge my collection and take that many out, because my deck collection is starting to get a little too big for my area and I need to start purging. So we're going to be doing that at the end of the year. However many decks I get in this year, that is how many decks that are going to be leaving. And so far we're up to 18. Let's get into it. First up is going to be the She Wilderness. This was a Kickstarter that I backed that came in. It also came with some goodies. The Kickstarter came with a little bag. I am a little disappointed that the deck inside the box cannot fit in the bag. So you do have to take out everything for it to fit. So I'm a little disappointed with that, just because I'd want the box to fit, but it doesn't. But it's okay. And also came with some stickers. I haven't even opened them yet, actually. So let's look through them together. A little stuffy right now. Isn't that artwork just incredible? And I'm so sorry if my fingers seem to be stained a little red. I was dealing with some Kool-Aid, so my niece started her own little side business where she is selling flavored pickles, and one of the flavors is fruit punch, and I was eating them earlier, so my hands got a little stained. Beautiful. I cannot wait to use these. These are gorgeous. Oh, I'm so excited about this deck. Mushroom. Oh yeah, that's an 8 of Swords. Look how beautiful. So as the name says, She Wilderness, it will probably not get a star for inclusivity, since I don't think any men are going to be in this deck. Which might mean a man might not want to use it. Okay, guidebook. Not much going on here. It's very beautiful though. It's in, it has 2 different languages. This looks possibly Japanese, maybe Chinese. Oh. At least the Major Arcana has a bit more. I like that. It does the element and the planet, upright and reversed. But this just does upright and reversed. Okay, this might have to be a half star for guidebook. Let's see. Okay, these backs are beautiful. Oh, look at the side. And this is the good kind of gilding. It's not, it's just looks like it's colored. It's not that thick gilding. It's very pretty. I love the purple with the green. All right, let's get in. Let's see, I'm gonna move this in a little closer. I'm just gonna do a quick flip through. This is not a full review. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. I love the color work. I love the art. That is so beautiful. That emperor. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any men in this. Versatility. I could see myself personally using this deck for any kind of reading. So I definitely am going to give it a star for that. It's a dragon in the strength card. Oh, I love it. Oh, and the stairs. I love when a hermit card shows you kind of like the path that they're taking, or showing you that, you know, they're not just wandering away or going into solitude. There is a plan. There's something they're striving towards. You know, they're climbing up those stairs. Love it. Oh, this is so beautiful. Readability, amazing. This is going to be so great. So great to read with. Very easy to understand. It is beautiful. And it almost looks like, death is grieving. And because you always think of death as, you know, someone heartless just coming to take, you know, reap your soul. But it looks like they're grieving. Ugh. I love this. Haven't seen any bigger bodied people yet. Oh, just such a beautiful star card. I almost thought it was the moon card, but no. Oh, that is a perfect moon. Look at, it's you in the water. Oh, yes. Okay. So readability, definitely. Versatility, yes. This seems like it's going to be such a great deck for any type of reading. Inclusivity, I don't know. I mean, I could use this and read it for myself for everything, and I could use it for lots of different like clients. So maybe another half star there. Oh, look at that. Because I don't feel like there's too much, like everybody's been really body beautiful, you know, either one or very similar skin tones. So I don't know. Guidebook again. Would I say half star for that? And let's do shuffleability. Oh gosh, that 9 of, okay, this is just on the crystal. Oh, okay. I want to do a full walkthrough of this. Let's put you back up and let's see how you shuffle. I can already tell it's going to shuffle very nicely. I can just feel it. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. If that's not the perfect shuffle. That felt wonderful. It feels so great in my hands. It shuffles beautifully. Definite. Let's just pick a card. That death card. That change. The grieving something that's ended. Oh, it's so good. Here we go, here we go. So we got element, water, zodiac, Scorpio, transformation, new beginnings, endings, renewal, rebirth, opportunity, reversed, clinging to the past, reluctance to change, stagnation, loss, powerlessness. The death card portrays a solemn figure mourning before a gravestone. Beneath the soil, ashes nourish the earth, giving rise to new life. Lush trees, blooming flowers, fluttering butterflies surround the once somber grave, symbolizing the cycle of life. The old world ends and the new one inevitably emerges. Change is here. That is a great card for me because I do have a lot of change coming into my life right now. So, this deck has gotten, I say between inclusivity getting a half star and the guidebook getting a half star, that leaves this deck with 4 stars. That is pretty good. There we go. It's a nice, very nice box. Very nice. Designed by XCat. Look how pretty. It is such a pretty deck. I'm really, really excited to use this. Okay. Oh, also it came with, I forgot to show this, a yes and no coin. I can get this open. Eek. There we go. I like this little thing. It even came with a, what are those called? I don't know. Hangy thingies. So yeah, look at the little black cat for no and the yes cat. Let's see. Ooh, should I give this deck 5 stars? There we go. That was a good one. No. Okay, 4 stars it is. The first time I did it, it just went flop. So I didn't feel like it counted. It needs to go a few times to count as a proper coin toss, right? Okay. Let me pause and write down that real quick, and then we'll get to the Folklore Oracle. Okay, I am back with the Folklore Oracle. This was created by, I think Giada Rose is the artist who also did the first, oh gosh, Seasons of the Witch, the which one? The Samhain. She's the artist of the Samhain Seasons of the Witch Oracle. The rest were from a different artist. And then Hades Knox is also the creator of the deck. Do you dare to cross the threshold? Discover yourself in every tale. Very nice. I like that the sides have these cutouts. I love, this is the more hard edging, but it's not bad. It doesn't feel like it's gonna rip my skin off, so that's good. Ooh, these backs are so pretty. This is such a beautiful deck. Oh my gosh, the art is so gorgeous. I'm really, really excited. And oh, nice guidebook. Very nice guidebook. Are there any spreads or anything in here? Let's see. It's just acknowledgement. Yes. Oh, awesome. We love a good spread. Healing. What's this one? The initiation spread. Veiled desires spread. Healing spread. Nice. Okay, at the end we will pick a card and read from the guidebook, but let's get to it. So already it is going to get a star for the guidebook because the guidebook looks awesome. Okay, readability. the fact that it has a sort of like, I don't know if this was considered a keyword or just like, you know, what's in the picture, but there is a little message or question at the bottom. So what within you needs to be refreshed? For Selkie, what must you sacrifice to find your way home? I love this. I love the artwork. Broomstick, where are the cobwebs within and without? Again, I'm not going to do this for all of them. Ooh, this is good. So do you feel whole? Does this true love that you think you're in make you feel whole? Oh, that's good. And look how beautiful these, I can't get over how gorgeous those backs are. Whose voices are raised alongside yours? Oh, gosh. Okay. Can you spin straw into gold? You've been handed, you know, crap. Can you make something amazing out of it, right? You've been handed a shit deck. Like, the odds are stacked against you. What can you do to turn it around? Hair. What is the source of your power? I love that. My daughter has this big, beautiful, curly hair. It's just so gorgeous. I always say it's her superpower. Like, all of her magic is in her hair. Guys, I love this so much. The will of the wisp. Will you foolish fire or your heart's true knowing? Okay, I can't go through all of them. We'll be here forever. Readability, definitely right off the bat for sure. Versatility, yes, I feel like this would be an incredible deck, especially if you have a tarot deck and you just need maybe a clarifier. Or how I would use this, I would actually pull an oracle card first and then build my spread around the card. So like, because it's giving you a question. What are you birthing into the world? So then I would do a spread around that question. Oh, okay. Oh, stolen child. What love can you offer the child you once were? This is deep. This is really deep and beautiful. And can anyone use this? I mean, have I seen any men yet? I mean, do we really need to include them? I mean, come on, do we? But I've seen a lot of beautiful bodies. I've seen a lot of beautiful colors. Let's keep going. And there's some birds. Ooh, that's kind of scary. But yeah, I think for sure anyone can use this. Okay, so next up, let's do shuffleability. Gosh, this deck's going to be so beautiful, especially with the She Wilderness. Oh, I'd love to see these two together, right? The Hagstone. Oh, but it's called Amulet. How are you protected, right? Okay, we're going quick. Iron. Where is the balance between modern and mystical? Okay, let's do, I mean, I don't even care about including men at this point, but I guess we'll give it a half star for that. Okay, it is shuffleable. It's not as smooth, buttery as She Wilderness, and I have very weak wrists. I actually had to have, that's a little hard. I had to have surgery on my wrist, so like gnarly scar from it. So I can shuffle it. even with my weak wrist. Ooh, gosh, that's loud. So yes, shuffleability is there, yes. Okay, let's pick a card and read from the guidebook. Amulet. The How Are You Protected? And that is number 38. So let's go. Oh, look, it opened right to it. The lore, a talisman. She nods, her voice a gentle croak. You've gone to her for protection. You've sensed something ominous and unseen in the air, but you can't quite place it. With the talisman safely tied around your throat, you breathe more easily, for the evil eye is no match for the magic imbued in your new bauble. Meaning, life is uncertain, riddled with fears, anxieties, and even strokes of bad luck. Oh, I've been so anxious lately, guys. So anxious. I am off most of my meds. Had to get a lot of meds switched to different things. I'm not on any anxiety meds, so my anxiety has been, I'm working through it though. At times, it feels like a breath held in or fingers too shaky to fill empty pages. A talisman reminds you to exhale, to drop the burden of a barren notebook. What form does your talisman take? It is a favorite poem taped to your mirror or etched in black ink across your skin, a found feather, a charm on your bracelet. When you feel like the world is spinning out of your control, is there something you can cling to? Some small but powerful beacon of influence over your fate, like a hag's whispered spell. There is more to the world than meets the eye. With so much out of our hands, remember that some forces can be harnessed to remind us of our agency. That is good. I like that. Feels very meaningful. Diving deeper, charms and amulets often go hand in hand with rituals passed down from generation to generation. What if their power comes just as much from continuing this lineage as it does from the magic they contained? Though we might find ourselves disconnected from our heritage or ancestry, a talisman offers a link to centuries of people who shared a belief in an unseen realm, who valued spirituality and who yearned for protection amid life's uncertainties. If you're feeling disconnected or unwell, search for just one of these small missing links. I like that. I like that message. It's really nice. So, yeah, I think that this should definitely get a star. So that puts the Folklore Oracle 4.5 stars. And I might change that. I have the right to change the star rating. I have before. There was a deck I rated kind of low, but then I was using it all the time. And I realized that because I had given it something for like, I think readability, and I was wrong. Once I started putting it in my practice, it was so readable. It was excellent. So I never take stars away, but I do give stars depending on if I find myself using it or reaching for it in something I thought I wouldn't. So yeah, 4.5 for Folklore Oracle. We're doing great. 4 stars, 4.5 stars. These are some great picks. Okay. Last, but certainly not least, the Almanac of Birds. Well, I'm sorry, an Almanac of Birds. This is a 100-card divination deck. So it is an oracle deck, and it is of birds. I'm not actually like a big bird lover, but what I really loved was that there's a poem on each card. And this is a flimsy little book. What in the world? What in the world is this? You give me 100 cards and I get this? I don't know about that. We'll see. give it the benefit of the doubt. This box is weird and uncomfortable. I don't like that. But we don't care about the boxes. We don't rate decks. Goodness. We don't rate decks for the boxes. Ugh. These backs are boring. And, oh. Okay. It's not that big of a deal. I don't really like writing on backs of decks that much. Like, I don't mind it, but I mean, it's a little obnoxious to have the email on the back. But almanacofbird.org if you want to check out this deck. It be thick. Wow. It is thick and it is big. That's what she said. Or that's what he wishes she said. Okay. So. Whew. All right. Readability. I mean, you get a poem on each card. I feel like that's kind of, you know, pretty readable. Let's see. Let's just read one and go from there. Say you shuffle and you pick this card in the morning. How would you interpret it? This is the passenger pigeon. Right away, I'm thinking maybe a message, you know, carrier pigeons, passenger pigeons, someone. Okay, let's just read the great power of love is to double the agonies of change in order to discover in each other a greater velocity of being, a current of amazement propelled by almost terrifying tenderness and ease. Okay, interesting. Let's try another one. Oh, this down here is a little hard to read. It's kind of pushed together. I have very bad eyesight anyway, but let's see. Yellow. The yellow, is that Bronidar night heron? Maybe? I don't know. To be liberated, dive toward doubt with great eagerness, given to being surprised, or remain ossified a safe distance from alive. Okay. Readability, I don't know, guys. Maybe my simple mind is not getting these poems. A person is a silent note in the mouth of probability, hungry for song. Begin with a single sound, low as thunder, soft as pale blue, rising calm and bright into the sky of your heart until you become a meteor of joy. The frigate pelican, man of war bird. Okay. Versatility. I don't think that I can give it a versatility star because I feel like I have to be in the mood to think. Like, if I'm going to pull this deck out, it has to be one of those days where I'm feeling philosophical. I want a challenge. I want to think that day. And there are days when I do not want to think. There are days I just want to slim some cards down and go about my day. This, I would stop. I would meditate maybe. Not that I do that, but this would make me, because I'll be sitting here trying to understand this poem, going into like that space in my head where I'm just like, huh? Okay, let's try again. Common bluebird. A friend is a chosen path of light into the dusky hollow of a person, a tender return to the abandoned parts within that can render the old fields of torment newly plowed with love. Moving on to inclusivity, I feel like unless you're very, very scared of birds and you hate them with a passion, I think this is a very inclusive deck. I don't know if I would pull this deck for my dumb friends though. I think I'd have to pull it for, you know, some of my smarter friends. Let's try shuffleability. Okay. Ooh, it's big. There's no possible way. I can't even... Yeah, that's not going to happen. Oh, but let's see. Feels very awkward. Let's see if I can maybe split it up. Kind of, yeah, okay. A little bit. All right, I can kind of shuffle. I definitely probably do one of these more with it. The cardstock doesn't feel the greatest. Not too impressed, but we're not rating it for cardstock. I guess I'll give it a half star. I'm giving lots of half stars today for shuffleability, because while I can technically shuffle if I break it up, it just doesn't feel that great. Okay, let's pull a card and see what the guidebook says. Okay, I'm gonna read it though. It is a, oh, that is so tiny. Oh my goodness. Okay. The Calenidera nucleus. Find great interest in the regions of each other never visited. By common rambles, the remote continent of shyness, tinged with hesitation, observing kindly the peculiar furrows of need discovered in the expedition. Okay. Let's just... Okay, so this is not a guidebook. This is just a little pamphlet. It doesn't seem to have anything in here about it. Like about the card, which I guess makes sense. It is a poem and it's already on here. So like, you know, they're not going to give you the answer. They want you to think about the answer or stare very confusingly at the card for a long amount of time. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna read this, not out loud, because that would take forever, because, you know, I'm not the greatest at reading out loud. But this is definitely nothing to do with the card. It's like, I guess maybe it's a little, just insert of the artist Maria Popova, and which, like, maybe why she made the deck, or, you know, it is definitely not anything to do with the cards. So I guess no guidebook really means no. So that would mean this deck got 2.5 stars. Oh no, did I mess up? Nope. Okay, there we go. Let me write that down real quick, and then we'll end this. All right, so that was my star rating for these 3 decks. So far, out of the 18 decks that I have, had this year. 10 of them are tarot and 8 of them are oracle. So that is very interesting. Not really, it's pretty similar actually, but I thought it would be more tarot and it's not. So because I don't have that many oracle decks in my collection, but I seem to be very drawn to them this year. What do y'all think of my rating this night? Do y'all agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Do you think I'm too lenient? Do you think I'm too harsh? Please let me know what you think about how I rate decks. And if you kind of have a similar way of diving in and figuring out what you like and dislike about a deck, I would love to know. But thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.